A lot of us have collected unnecessary stress. Premium heartbreak, frustration, and VIP regret. And it's not because life forced it on us, but because we settled. We saw the red flags and we called them vibes. We ignored our own instinct and then we're like, I'm just being understanding. And sometimes we even say, oh, I'm just being patient. We accepted things that we knew that deep down, oh, they were not right. And before we knew it, you don't back kamu. Hi guys, welcome back to Catching Up with Finesses. How you guys doing? And I want to believe you guys are not bakamuing. I said it casually, like what's bakamu? But somehow the discussion shifted into life decisions, like relationships and the things that people end up tolerating. And that phrase stuck with me because at first it sounded funny. Thinking about it, it might just be something that you sweep under the rug and then you laugh about it, you repeat it, and then you can even send it to someone. But when you sit with it a little longer, it starts to feel uncomfortable because the truth is, many of us are not just dealing with bad situations, we are dealing with bad decisions we made while being afraid and staying in those bad decisions because we're afraid of what people will say, we're afraid of being judged, probably afraid of starting all over, or afraid of being alone. And sometimes that fear becomes louder than our inner voices. So instead of choosing what is right for us, we choose what is easier to explain to others. And slowly, without even realizing it, you don't bakamu. Let's talk about it honestly. What does it even mean to settle? Because settling is not always obvious. It's not always something dramatic or painful in the beginning. Sometimes it looks like comfort. At least I have something. This is better than nothing. But deep down, you know when something doesn't align. You know when something is not giving you peace. You know when you are shrinking yourself to fit into it, but then you stay anyway. And this is something that I find quite important. Not everything that is available is meant for you, and not everything that is hard to live is actually right for you. Sometimes I think we confuse attachment with alignment, we confuse familiarity with destiny, and you are so invested, like I've invested so much time in this and it's probably what I should be doing. But the truth is that time spent in the wrong place is still time spent in the wrong place. Nothing changes. You're just wasting your time either ways. And I think one of the major reasons that people, would I say settle? Yes, one of the major reasons that people settle is because of they are afraid of their own thoughts, like something better cannot come to them, and fear that we are asking for too much. The fear that you might regret leaving a toxic relationship or a job that you're not growing or a job that's not paying you well, fear of leaving such places, even the fear of what people would say, how people would look at you. But let's be honest, sometimes the opinions of others weigh heavier than our own pace. We start living life as if we are performing, like you just want your whole life to play out like the perfect one. You want everybody to wish they have what you have, and as if every decision that we take is supposed to be approved by other people, like our happiness needs explanation. Your life is there for people to examine, but we don't get marks for endurance in the wrong direction. And if you are listening to this and you're realizing that, oh, I think I have settled in some areas of my life, I want you to not attack yourself, because one way or the other, we've either settled for something we should not have. And I want you not to be ashamed of yourself, because you're not late and you're not foolish. You being aware now makes you more powerful because you cannot change what you refuse to see. Let's make something really clear. Compromise is not the same thing as settling. So you don't mix the two up. Compromise can be healthy because even when you are compromising, The thought is like, I understand that this isn't perfect, but it is still good for me. But here's what settling looks like. Settling is like, I know that this is not good for me, but I am too scared to let go. You see that the difference is that one is maturity and the other is self abandonment. And some people are trapped by life, they are trapped by the decisions that they've taken, and they keep defending. They know something is not right, but they stay because living feels like a failure. They are unlucky sometimes, or their life is not perfect. But here's the truth: living something that is wrong is not failure, and staying in something that breaks you slowly is. That's what I would say. So if you realize that you have settled, I think one of the first things that you should do is start small. Acknowledging that, oh yes, you are settled is you starting small. As simple as that looks like, a lot of people are in denial. When you can see for yourself that yes, you are settling and you are being honest with yourself, you ask yourself questions like, are you truly at peace where you are, or you are just used to it? Because many of us are used to suffering. Many of us are used to a particular way of life that is not good for us. Ask yourself also, if anybody was watching, like not the fake one that you put that people see, like the real you going through it, if people see that, would they still choose to be where you are? If you are staying, are you staying because you want to, or because you are afraid of leaving? Your answers will not always be loud, they will be honest. And I would love that you listen to your own honest replies quietly. Here's something that I want you to hold on to. You are allowed to outgrow what you once accepted. You are allowed to move on. You are allowed to want something better. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to choose yourself over and over and over again without explanations. And no, it will not always be easy. But peace was never meant to be found in pretending. Check it out. You cannot pretend to be happy. You cannot pretend to be at peace. You cannot pretend to be good, because people will see that. But then when it's just you, only you, I say something very often: because you tell a lie about the truth does not change the fact that the truth is still the truth. So eventually, if you play the lie to people's faces, you yourself know it doesn't change the fact that the truth is still the truth. You are not okay. So I think the real question is not, how did I end up here? I think the real question should be, why did I stay even when I knew that I shouldn't? And if you can be honest with yourself, you can start all over, not from shame, I mean, from clarity, from loving yourself. Check yourself out and be sincere with yourself. I think you owe yourself that much. I think you owe yourself that much. Because I don't see you being sincere with another person if you cannot be sincere with yourself. So before I go, I would like to leave you with this. I want you to ponder on it. I want you to think about it. I want you to remind yourself of this. Not every door is meant for you because it is wide opened, because it looks good, because it looks easy, doesn't mean that it is meant for you. And not every relationship is alignment. Not every opportunity is peace. Sometimes the most powerful decision you can make is to refuse to settle, because if not, you don't back kamu because you settled. And hey, if this episode spoke to you in any way, I would love that you drop a comment. I want to know how you ever found yourself settling in a situation you know that deep down you were not supposed to. So let's talk about it in the comment section, and you know I'll be reading. This is Catching Up with Finesses. See you next time, and yes, stay jiggy.